Hey everyone! Welcome to part 2 of your very last STEM take-home challenge. You should have just finished making some overnight salt crystal gardens in a jar. Today what you're going to do is you're going to use this liquid right here to create a salt crystal sun catcher. So it looks like all the good stuff's at the bottom, but there's some good stuff still in here too. So let's get started. So this may actually be the easiest STEM activity out of all of them because all you're having to do is pour this liquid into these lids. I think the going trend for the salt crystal activity is me skipping down a few steps just because it's easier. So when you pour this liquid, you want to make sure you just barely cover the bottom of it. And then you're going to sit it in a windowsill and allow it to dry because remember, it's all about evaporation and this liquid's going to evaporate and then what's left are going to be your salt crystals. But they are very, very fragile. When you go to poke your hole, you see that I've already made one of my hanging sun catchers. When you poke your hole, you want to be very careful. So what I decided to do was skip straight to step 5. Go ahead and do that first. Very carefully poke a small hole in the edge of the lid and thread a piece of string through the hole. Tie a knot and hang your sun catcher up. Why don't we go ahead and take care of that so you don't risk damaging your sun catcher when it's time to prepare it for hanging. So what I did, I took a little pin, and I obviously can't send anything home that's sharp, so you'll have to kind of figure out the best way to do this yourself. I took and I just poked it through like that. I did it a couple of times. You're going to take your string and grab the end of it. I like to take it and twist the end of it just to make sure it'll fit through. You want to tie your knot. So that's how I did it, and it's up to you how you want to. But I found that poking the hole here on the lip, that's not putting a hole here where your solution will kind of sink through. So now that we've done that, we're going to take our excess liquid. We're just going to pour a little bit in. And now I'm going to take these and I'm going to sit them in the windowsill where they'll be undisturbed. And remember, I said this is all about evaporation. So when the liquid has completely evaporated, your crystal sun catcher is ready. You'll be able to see the lovely crystal structures from both sides of the lid. This is going to take patience. So just to wrap this video up, there's a few safety tips and troubleshooting pieces at the bottom of this. I'm going to let you read that on your own, but it's giving you tips like making sure that you use the cooled liquid after the crystal gardens have formed. That liquid is going to give you the best chance of making a sun catcher. Next, these are very, very fragile. That's why I went ahead and poked the hole and did my string before I had that very fragile, delicate layer of crystals. And last, over time, your crystals will begin to dry out and harden even more. So it's going to take a while, may even take a couple of weeks. And these are not going to last forever, but they will be there for a little while. It's not very sunny out here right now because I'm filming this in February, but hopefully it'll work well. So before I go do that, I'm going to teach you a bonus activity. This is very last minute. You should have a pipe cleaner and a pencil in your kit and a little slip of paper that gives you directions on another cool way that you can create crystals. So you want to take your jar. Let me see if I can. Okay. I'm going to kind of peep down here. You want to take your jar. You want to take the pencil. This is how it's going to look. You want to wrap your pipe cleaner around your pencil so that it will hang. Now, the trick here, you do not want your pipe cleaner to touch the sides and you do not want it to touch the bottom. You just want it to be submerged in the liquid. You can make your pipe cleaner any shape that you want. So I'm going to do a circle, I think. You remember how we put the pebbles down in the bottom of our jar? We did that so that the crystals had something to catch on to. Can you imagine all of the texture here for them to catch on to? So I'm going to have to kind of unwind mine a little bit. This is just, you know, trial and error. And I know you can't see the whole thing yet. But I have it. It's not touching the sides. There you go. It's not touching the bottom. And we're going to let this sit in the window for as long as it takes. And as the liquid evaporates, salt is going to catch on to this pipe cleaner. So I challenge you to do the same. I challenge you to take a photo of it, send it to me, post it on social media, hashtag it overnight salt crystals or salt crystal sun catchers with parents' permission. And guys, that's it for our STEM challenges. I had so much fun with you over the past few weeks. I cannot wait until we are face to face and can do this again. And until then, I love you and I'll see you later.